Hey, good day. It's Dan here. Hope you're doing well. I want to talk to you today about managing your brand and primarily how you manage your brand online. Back 15, 20 years ago, however long ago it was when I finished college, what we did to manage our brand was we handed out resumes. And that's how people got to know a little bit about us, what our skill sets were, what our experience was, all those pieces. So when I left college and I was out looking for work, I took my resume with me and I dropped that off wherever I was applying. Well, today things are a little different. Yes, people still use resumes, but I'll bet you tomorrow night's Powerball winnings that when you hand in a resume to a prospective employer, they may read it through, but they're also going to go online and see what they can find about you. They're going to Google your name and see what comes up. And so this morning I was doing a little reading. This is a book I've been reading lately, The Expert Success Formula, and it was talking about how you manage your brand and primarily how you manage your brand online. And so I want to share a little bit of that with you. And there's a couple of key components. Number one is your blog. Having a personal blog. Ideally, it's going to be your name. Mine, for example, dandurkey.com. Now, if your name is Joe Smith, it might be a little harder to get that domain name, but you can come up with ways. You can hyphenate it, Joe-Smith, Joe Smith's blog, about Joe Smith. Joe Smith is the man, your middle initial, whatever. There's 1,000 ways you can come up with to get that domain. If you can't get the .com, if you're in Canada, get the .ca, get the .net, get the .co.uk, whatever suffix you need to go with. Ideally, you want the .com. If that's just not possible, well, then look at your other options. But one of the reasons you want to manage your brand with a blog is because you get to write the script. So with a resume, of course, you're writing the resume as well, but what you're going to do at the bottom is you're going to provide some references, and people are going to call your former employees or your work experience or professors or whoever you've used as references and get information about you that you may or may not want them to know. Whereas with the blog, you get to create all the information. And one of the best places to do that is with your About Me page. Write a little bit of a story about who you are, the journey you've been on, and where you're at today, which is a huge piece. Now, key number two is your social media presence. You want to have active profiles on the 4 big social media sites. And that doesn't mean you need to spend hours a day on one or all of them. It just means you want to have a profile that people can find you on. So that's Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, and LinkedIn would be the big ones. LinkedIn, especially if you're out there looking for work, you want to make sure you've got a good profile, all your details filled out on there, ideally some recommendations for people you know, all those pieces. But it's critical that you manage your brand by being proactive. Now, another key that I learned a couple years ago from a mentor is to have a testimonials website, a website specifically set up for you to highlight some of the positive feedback you've gotten from either customers or acquaintances, people that you've worked with, all those pieces. So I've got a site called dandurkeyreviews.com. That's a great way to do it. You could take your name and add reviews to it, set up a website. It's fairly straightforward. All you need is a way. You can go probably to a website like Fiverr, Fiverr.com. Show them my page if you want and say, I want a website like this. Really all you need is the ability for people to leave either a written, a voice, or a video testimonial for you. And it's a great tool to showcase some of your strengths and to build your brand, because Social proof speaks really loudly. If other people are speaking well of you, that puts you on higher regard with somebody who may be looking to do work with you or just wants to know more about who you are. If you've got social proof like that from people who've given you positive testimonials, well, your brand just went up in their eye. And so I encourage you to do things like that. But key is have a blog. If you need a blog, if you don't have a blog, check the link below this video or the banners on this page, because I've been using a fantastic blogging system that is really easy to work with, easy to set up, no special technical skills to be able to use it. You'll be up and running in minutes, and building your brands and managing your brand online for the offline world. People still live offline, but they go online to check out who you are. So make sure you set up a blog. Make sure you're active on social media, intermittently at least, just so people can find you if they're looking for you. You don't want to be a hermit in a cabin, unless, of course, you win the Powerball and you want to go hide so your friends and family aren't calling you nonstop looking for a loan. But yeah, so that's my suggestions for how to manage your brand. And the keys are, you get to write the content that goes out there. So be proactive about it. Don't let somebody else write something about you and put it online for you to find out about later. Get out there and create a bunch of great content, create a bunch of value for people, share your expertise and your knowledge and your wisdom and your likes and your thoughts, and put it out there so that the world can find it, because they're looking anyway. You might as well be the one in control of what they find. So I hope that's helpful. That's my message for today. I look forward to speaking to you again soon on a video in the near future. Make it a great day. Talk to you soon. Bye for now.